This interview is brought to you by Thanks for Playing, where style meets boxing. For us, boxing isn't just a sport, it's a legacy of champions, rivalries, and historic battles. Every product is crafted with precision, embedding the context and significance of each fight. So you're not just wearing any old gear, you're wearing a piece of boxing history.
Southern.
All right, welcome to this episode of Pay the Toll Boxing. I'm Foreman.
I'm Twin.
And today we are introducing to you the undefeated force from Albany, Georgia, the Hitman, and he is absolutely on a mission. He's sitting pretty with a record of 14-0 with 6 KOs. He isn't just knocking opponents out, he's making a statement. Business-minded assassin with his got his degree from Albany Technical College. He got the brains and boxing IQ to go with everything he needs. You've seen him shine under the bright lights of ESPN on Top Rank. You also seen him overtime boxing on the Zone. And most recently, he put out Nicholas Polanco, who had a record of 22-6 in the third round. The man is all gas, no brakes. Get ready for the next show next week, April 5th on Pro Box Card. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you, Haven Brady Jr.
How you doing? How y'all doing?
That was pretty solid. I ain't gonna lie. That was pretty solid. I'm proud of that. I want you to know I'm proud of that.
That was sharp.
Oh man. So
Like you ready
nonetheless,
for that?
man, first and foremost, how you feeling?
I feel great. Just been working, training every day, staying sharp, getting mentally and physically ready for April 5th.
April 5th. What was it like growing up in Albany? What got you to boxing?
Um, at first, well, my dad is from Atlanta. Well, he from Atlanta, so he was staying there. So like during the summer, I used to go out there with him. And then I just kind of like the contact, and then he was like, let's try boxing out, and so you can learn how to defend yourself. Just something to do in the summer. So then I tried it, did it for like, so I did that for like 2 years. So I come there during the summer, and then go back home in Auburn for the winter and school term, and then he finally moved to Albany with us. And then it was probably like a couple years, like maybe like 3 4 years. We couldn't really find no coach, and I was playing basketball at the time. So then we kind of found like a boxing coach, and then I kind of got back into it. And then I said, hey, let me try like a amateur fight and see how I like it. And I tried an amateur fight, and then that was all she wrote. And then from there, I just fell in love with it. And then it was like kind of like a tit for tat between that and basketball. Cause basketball was number one. My dad his own AAU team, and he was a basketball coach. So like I was very heavy in basketball. And then as I got older and started getting later, like probably like my 11th, 10th, 11th grade of high school, I just went strictly boxing. Then I just took off from there.
Not
Oh,
bad.
so now that you brought it up, I was gonna bring it up later, but I got to do it. So I was a basketball player. So when you say you played basketball, how good were you?
No, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel you, cause a lot of people when they say play basketball, they be like, "No, I really play." Like, it was a thing of like, I probably could have got some scholarships and stuff like that. Like, I was going to like YBOA, AAU. I was on the radar. Like, I was like into it. Like, I was training like 2 times a day. Like I thought I was gonna get a scholarship off that, but it was just like that wasn't my goal. So I was good. I was training. I did everything like how I trained for boxing and how I took boxing super serious. I did the same thing for basketball, but it's just a thing. When I got older, I kind of like break the pros and the cons. I'm short. I'm only like 5'6", 5'7". I mean, how far I'm gonna go, like because I really love sport and this is what I want to do for like my rest of my life. So I'm like, make it make sense.
Yeah.
And I know like it would have been a way easier for me to make it in boxing rather than basketball. Not saying I couldn't, but that's kind of like like you gotta be realistic too. So I,
Guys,
I kind of I had that kind of in mind too. So
okay.
Man.
Do you still play any? Like for real?
yeah, yeah, I still play. I still play Air Blue Moon. I don't play as much though, cause I don't be want to get hurt though. But like I play every blue moon. It's still a good exercise and stuff. I don't play as hard though. It just I just want to shoot
Nah,
instead of
can't roll no ankles, dog.
yeah. It can't roll on ankles, but it's still fun though.
Well, you're talking about playing basketball. It seems like you're being trained by a basketball town, even though it's probably more known for a fight town, but you live in the East Coast.
Right.
Boxing takes us everywhere, as we always know, from the amateurs always the professionals. How did you get linked up with Bozy and Boots?
I was training in a gym in Ohio when I first turned professional. I started going there because you know like Georgia really don't have it's not really a big boxing city. I mean Albany not a big city, and Georgia not a big state. So it was like hard for sparring, hard for like kind of like experienced coaches and stuff like that. So I kind of like when I turned pro, I went to Ohio. Now I started training, and then the when I was training Ohio, we would go to Philly and spar with Bowden. So then so then I kind of liked how he was doing things and stuff, and he kind of liked me, and we kind of connected. And then he was like, "Yeah, come, he's like, I want to train you." So I'm like, "Yeah." So then I came out here, and then it was just up from there.
Mm.
Has
We've seen. Oh, go ahead, twin.
has it been so to say an eye opening experience like you got with Bozy? Was it like this how you do things? I can learn this.
Yeah, for sure. You know, every camp and every place do everything different though, but it's definitely I say number one, you know, like you say, Philly is a fighting state, and I feel like up north, that's the best boxing to me. If you say, like, I feel like up north, like for us, New Jersey, Philly, New York, the DMV, Maryland, all that, like that's kind of like that's the roots of boxing. That's where most of the best boxers come from. So it just like being around an environment where just everybody in the gym knows something about boxing. And then you got like multiple world champions and multiple contenders. It's just like you surrounding yourself by you know what I'm saying greatness. So it's like how you cannot be good. You know.
Right. So speaking of that, what we've seen from you in all of your fights from this to this point, I think we've seen a great development of growth from this point. And I say that as where you had the unfortunate, I'm not saying it as a bad thing here, where people have tried to compare you to Andre Berto because they see you nice and shape, your swole shoulders.
Right.
You know, they
I,
see all of that. But
that's
you know,
crazy. I heard
fighters,
that today.
we pride ourselves on our individuality.
Uh huh.
What we've seen from you is not necessarily try to go out there and be a real knockout artist, but you've actually finished fights without necessarily being tired. You've gone all the rounds.
Uh-huh.
How important in this early stage have you noticed that getting those rounds in and getting that the conditioning that you actually work for be used?
It's great. You know, when my first maybe 5 or 6 fights,
Yep.
I was with top rank. So, me and Brad Goodman we were very, very close, and we still super close to this day. The matchmaker. So he always told me like, "Hey, Vin, don't worry about the knockouts. Getting the rounds ain't gonna be the best." And I don't know if you seen like my record, but like, I got like I ain't gonna say a hard record. I mean, hard kind of coming up, but I
Not
fought a
that you
lot of
had
good
tough guys though.
I fought a lot of tough guys. Like I ain't fight no bums. Like everybody had a winning record. Part out of my 14 fights, I think I fought like 5 undefeated fighters. So like, I had a tough upcoming, but I feel like that kind of molded me to the person I am now. Cause now when I see certain things, it'd be like I already seen that, or it'd be like I already went the distance. It'd be like a kind of thing like I'm immune to it, like I've been there. So it won't be nothing too fresh later in my career. So I definitely thank them for that, and definitely I thank him. And he used to always tell me like, I'm a long distance fighter. It's like you know, I break them down over time, and that's kind of like my game. You know what I'm saying? If it go early, it'd be an early night. But you know, like I kind of do. I pick it up as I go. So I feel like that just helping me become the fighter I am and gonna be bring out the best version of me. Because the more rounds I do, I feel like the better I get and the worse it get for them. So I don't know.
I ain't mad at it, dog.
Oh,
Definitely good.
so speaking of your earlier fights, I want to go back. I want to say maybe 4 or 5 fights ago. It's something that it kind of made me laugh. So when you fought Andre Rodriguez, at one point in the fight, you hit him with, I want to say, 5 uppercuts in a row.
Yeah.
When something like that happens, is it anything that you're thinking? Or like, do you notice that? Or you like, I'm getting this off, I see the open, I'm going for it?
But this thing of really, it's so much stuff I be doing and just in the gym. Like the fight is different from sparring. So in sparring you do all kind of crazy things and it be more fun and be relaxed. So it's like a thing
Absolutely.
of like if I ever get in the point of the fight where I'm that calm and relaxed, like don't no telling what I'm gonna do. Like, cause I never really worked on that. It just a thing of like I'm that comfortable to where it just some with me seeing it and just me ability to do it, just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Connecting. Like I really didn't think of or like I want to practice in that. Like, hey, let me throw 5 or 6 uppercuts. Like it was just a thing of like just watching fights, just seeing the opportunity, and just doing it. So that's the thing I'm trying to get to now, and I feel like it's every fight. It's coming out, just getting more comfortable. Like I feel like the world haven't seen nothing of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the more comfortable I get and the more game the opponent is, the better the better person I be. So that was just one of
A
those things.
game opponent makes everything for every fight
Yeah,
for all of
yeah, for
us,
sure.
and that goes the same way for sparring.
Uh,
With Nicholas Blanco in your last fight, I know that was back in September,
mhm.
but you did a great job where you could see the influence and changes of between you being around Bozy and Jaron at that point. The body attack that you really got to that point. What did you see early that made you say, you know what, I'm going down here and I'm staying right here with him?
I feel like as me, as me being a short fighter, but I feel like all fighters, I feel like this is where you start off at. You know what I'm saying?
You've
And
been the shorter fighter against all your
yeah,
fighters,
all
actually,
my fights
Eric.
start. I mean, like, hey, I mean that I gotta start down and bring it start from the body and then start chopping off the head. And I feel like I didn't really even get to start chopping off the head because he had stopped me like at the end of the third. But it just means saying like that's my game plan. I always start down to the body and I just let everything start from there. Because I'm very strong puncher, so a lot of times if they'll start moving, especially if they watch my fans, they'll move a lot. So that just kind of like simulate me, like okay, let me slow them down early, so then the later rounds it can make it easier for me, rather than have to make it be so much back and forth. So I'm gonna slow them down, then I can have my way towards the end, because I know I'm in shape for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Ain't no doubt about you being in shape, twin.
So how do you spar with boots in?
Yeah, we spar all the time.
Okay. How
We
was
spar.
that experience been?
He a great fighter. He could do everything. He teach me a lot. He way bigger than me, but so he don't try to kill me. But like for his technical, he there. Like he gonna do it. He gonna show me what I'm doing right, and you know what I'm saying. I'm helping him just as much as he helping me. I'm shorter, I'm smaller, I'm faster, I'm fast. You know what I'm saying. So that's kind of helping him real be real. You know what I'm saying. So it's helping us both, but helping me way more than him. But he a great fighter, and I can't wait to see him fight April 12th. I feel like that's gonna be crazy. But he definitely one of the best fighters I've seen in person, for sure.
Um, leading up to, I'm not saying you're not looking past D'Angelo Keys, not at all, because you can't look past any opponent. We
Mhm.
all know that. However, at the pace that you've been at so far, obviously the main goal is the main goal, and that's to be a world champion.
Right,
We're never taking that from you. We know
right,
that.
right.
However, before you actually get to that world champion point, do you see somebody like Jaron Ennis who waited necessarily almost 30 fights before he got to that point? Do you think that was probably the best for him because he perfected his style, his conditioning, and now he has the full package? Is that something you're looking at doing, or are you trying to get to it as fast as possible?
Um, Whenever the time presents itself, and I'm really not looking for it. I'm not like like rushing it. I'm letting it come because I don't want to rush it. Cause once I get there and I'm getting them hard fights, there's no backing up. It's gonna be world
Yep.
title, world title. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to rush it, but I mean, but based off my performance and my fights, my sparring, some of the people that don't fought world champions and just like that, and me sparring other world champions, like like I definitely think I'm ready, but it's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
with time presented itself. You know what I'm saying? But definitely can in the next probably not this year, maybe next year for sure, or these next 2 years. I feel like I definitely feel like that's in the making, But me getting more experience, I feel like that's good. But I feel like whenever the time present itself, it's gonna present itself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everyone's situation is different. So
Mhm.
based off how my situation plays out, whenever the right opponent, if it's if I get the call, it depends. So whenever the time presents itself, though, I definitely will be ready.
So I think this is since you turned pro, this has been your longest layoff, right?
Right, sure, for sure. I hate it, but
But
it's
you had
like,
like I think you had like 6 fights in 17 months.
yeah, I was fighting. I'm definitely gonna still get all my fights in this year, and I'm probably after this, I'm gonna be very very active. So you probably tend to see me a lot after this, and be back to back to back. Just a little small layoffs, but over the layoff though, I worked on a lot of things. Like I couldn't sit down, so I was working like I had a fight coming up.
I ain't mad, dog. I ain't mad. So what took you? You're fighting on Pro Box this time.
Huh?
Well, well,
Right? Yes, correct.
okay, yeah, yeah. You're fighting on Pro Box. You've been the feature guy of Overtime for the
Right.
past couple of fights.
Mm-hmm.
What made you take this change from Overtime to Pro Box, or was it just availability of the fights at this time?
Just availability of the fighting. With me trying to get back in there and me have to get my fights in this year, it was like I don't want to wait in too long. You know what I'm saying? So whatever presents itself, I'm already in Philly, and I got a nice crowd down here, and it was like, hey, you want to fight now or wait here? So I'm like, sure, I'm trying to get back in now. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But I definitely be back on overtime, probably for sure my next fight. So it was just it presented itself for me to get back in there and get back in a groove. So I want my layoff won't be too much longer.
yeah. Pro Box puts on. They put on good fights, dog. You
Yeah, they
got to
do. They
show
put on
up.
great fights for
You
sure.
gotta you gotta show up and show out.
Yep.
Well, nonetheless, I've got another twin. What you got?
Uh, I want to take it back a little bit. So you were a part of Stars Academy, right?
Right. Yes.
Is
That's
that still
that's yeah. We still have that.
okay? Okay. So the sense I get from you from researching and watching you, that
Your
so
audio went out.
can you speak to what Stars Academy, how it helped you coming up, the mentorship aspect of that?
Um, Stars Academy. We first started with the boxing gym, and then kind of like me and my mom and dad, we kind of came up with the agreement of kind of like helping the community out, giving back, and what I'm saying, helping the unfortunate. So we started Stars Academy, and we started doing like after school nonprofit, after school program included with boxing. We started doing summer program included boxing. So just like helping the kids and the next generation coming up, it kind of keep me on my toes a lot. They keep me sharp because if I'm talking to them and I'm giving back to them, that keep me on top of my game. You know what I'm saying? I can't be telling them this and that and then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So that's always keeping me. If I'm telling them to work hard, stay focused, keep the main thing, listen to your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like walk a straight line. So I'm trying to walk. I'm trying to be as perfect as I can because I'm telling them that. So it definitely helped me a lot and kind of keep me on my toes a lot. So I love doing that. Every time I mean, I train in Philly, but after I fight, I always go back home. I always uh, get back involved with the kids. When I'm not getting ready for a fight, I train all of them. I pick them up from the school. I do all that because I just like staying interacting and I feel like someone helped me, so why not help someone else coming up? So
Love it, love it.
How'd you end up getting with Thanks for playing, man. I like your shirt, by the way. I ain't
right,
gonna
yeah.
lie. What
I
did it feel like? Like, man, I got a shirt, I got people to look at it. What does it feel like?
um They had we had it was some dude that had been watching me and they had been watching me and they kind of DM me and I was like I had seen them on a couple shirts, so it was like kind of like a, we both connected, like I guess we were both thinking a lot, and we just started working there and we've been taking off, and they shirts are great, and I think I'm gonna be working them for a long time, so they do good business, and I think we both, we both help each other, and I like what they doing. They're doing a great thing. So
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job of trying to make sure that all of you guys that are coming up are represented the right way and shown
right,
the proper way,
for
man.
sure.
I think that's the only thing that keeps boxing going. Everybody
Right,
always thinks about the top, but they forget there's levels to get there
right,
to that
right.
point, and they're
That,
doing a
that
great job of making sure that all of y'all are represented in that point.
and that's my biggest thing about when I be giving back to the kids. It's like, okay, like I'm not here, but I mean, you got people at the top, but it's gonna be a next. It's gonna be next. You know what
Somebody's
I'm saying?
always
Somebody gonna
coming.
come next. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron James at the top, but who coming in? Like Bernie, he got to. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to
Yep.
go and be the next.
Anthony Edwards
Yeah,
and all of
yeah.
them, they coming. They
All of
right
them,
there.
somebody got to be next. So it's like if give your knowledge and give what you can to the people coming up, so it won't be as hard as it was for you. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
feel like everybody's supposed to make somebody's job easier. I feel like that's part. That's how it's supposed to go. So
absolutely. Well, with that being said, I think I'm cool, twin.
I don't think I have a question, but I am interested to see what you gonna walk to the ring, how you gonna walk. I seen some of your feet. I'm like, you can tell he from the South, like the style, like that's. I'm
yeah,
talking about somebody from the South in here.
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, I ain't
Nonetheless,
got nothing.
dog, we
I ain't
appreciate you,
got nothing
man.
too crazy. This one, I be doing most of my craziest walk-eyes and crazy walk-eyes when I'm at home. I don't know, it'd be a different feeling. This kind of like the get back. Like, I ain't gonna say a tune up. Like, I ain't looking past them, but this like get my feet back wet. Like, hey, start the year off good, because I feel like it's kind of a late start. Like, I'm used to being super active, so I be seeing how one fighter be saying like I've been off for a minute. I see how I feel, so it's just like hey, let me get back into the groove of things and let's get things popping.
Amen, dog. Well, appreciate it, my boy.
I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you having us. Good luck to you next week,
Thank you.
April 5th on Pro Box TV. Haven Brady Jr. versus D'Angelo Keys. Hope y'all tuning in.
Thank you.